Okay, so for this week's Question Thursday, we have a couple of unfair questions, I feel. So to start off with, this one was very cruel and extremely hurtful. So if you had to pick one of your celebrity crushes to marry and forsake all others, which one would you pick? Now, if you know me, if you don't, it is very difficult for me to just pick a celebrity crush. I have so many. And I refer to them all as my husband. My husband, Tom Hiddleston. My husband, Richard Armitage. Oh, are you referring to my husband, Robert Downey Jr.? I don't know. There are a lot. For this, I'm going to stick with the rule of unmarried, and going to have to say, at this point in time, Dylan O'Brien. Partially because I want us to be family, my dear. Also partially because, first of all, I weirdly go for kind of strange things in guys. He's got these giant man arms. I mean, like, they're like hairy and muscular, like man arms. But then he's got this baby face. Like, baby face. And he's 13 months younger than me. So that's not my ideal situation. I tend to go for older, a lot older. I'll make an exception. We have the exact same sense of humor. There are a lot of celebrities, for example, going with what I said earlier, Robert Downey Jr., who he makes me laugh all the time. Jensen Ackles, Misha Collins, Jared Padalecki, they make me laugh all the time. But that doesn't mean that what they're saying is something that I would necessarily say. Whereas Dylan O'Brien, when he makes a joke or does something, I can see myself doing it. Like, that is exactly something that I would do, which is hilarious because, like, I've asked other people, my friends, like, hey, do you think that we would, if this were ever a thing, like, do you not see that we are very similar? And they're all like, oh my god, you're the same person. But I think we're different enough. Okay, what's your favorite fairy tale? Both movie and book. Wait, as in movie and a book? If we're gonna go with a movie, gonna have to say Beauty and the Beast. That has always been my favorite. It's a beautiful story about looking past somebody's exterior and seeing what they're truly worth and overcoming those boundaries. And oh my god, the Beast is just awesome. Like, oh, he's so fierce. I adore him. Book, honestly, I have not read a lot of fairy tales. I'm back with my cup O, whatever I'm drinking. You don't get to know. Fairy tales. If we're talking about, like, Grimm's fairy tales, I've not read many of those. But if we're talking about, like, fantasy genre type stuff, I'm going to have to say Lord of the Rings. / just really Tolkien. So Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. Because it's played a huge part in my life. My stepfather read me The Hobbit to sleep. That's a terrible sentence. When I was a child, it was something that he did. He always read it to me before I went to bed. And it still plays a huge part in both of our lives to this day. It's something that we share, and we go to the midnight showing when a new one comes out. It's kind of our thing. I got pulled out of school to go see the Two Towers. It was like the best moment. So, Lord of the Rings. Very important to me. Best advice I could give someone: do not let people walk all over you. Stand up for yourself and be you. And don't let people try and change you. That is the most irritating thing, is when people don't do what's right for them because they're too concerned about other people. You are the most important thing to you. You cannot put yourself in a bad place emotionally just because you love somebody. I love lots of people. I'm not gonna let you treat me like crap just because I care about you. And if you're treating me like crap, and I do still love you though, I'm still gonna kick you to the curb. Because I don't deserve that. And you don't either. Next question. What's your Myers-Briggs personality type? Take the test if you don't know already. I don't know. Okay, so I just went and took the test. It was a very brief test. I don't think this one was like super legit, but it says I am ISTJ, which stands for intuition, introversion, sensing, thinking, and judgment. I think a case can be made, though. I had a little bit difficulty with the sensing question, sensing versus intuition, because half of the ones I agreed with were on the intuition side, half of them were on the sensing. There was just one more on the sensing side, so that one's a little iffy. But I think it's pretty accurate. Elaborate if I so choose. I'm going to read the type description. I think it's pretty me. ISTJs are faithful, logical, organized, sensible, and earnest traditionalists who enjoy keeping their lives and environments well regulated. This is true. I get very stressed out if I don't have a schedule. Typically reserved and serious individuals, they earn success through their thoroughness and extraordinary dependability. They are capable of shutting out distractions in order to take a practical, logical approach to their endeavors and are able to make the tough decisions that other types avoid. Realistic and responsible, ISTJs are often seen as worker bees, striving steadily toward their goals. I'm not a worker bee. I'm a queen bee. That one's a little Despite their dependability and good intentions, however, ISTJs can experience difficulty in understanding and responding to the emotional needs of others. It's true. Though they often focus on their internal world, ISTJs prefer dealing with the present and the factual. They are detail-oriented and weigh various options when making decisions, although they generally stick to the conventional. ISTJs are well prepared for eventualities and have a good understanding of most situations. They believe in practical objectives and they value traditions and loyalty. Sure, I agree. For the most part. Again, these are not 100%. These are the questions I got this week. I was supposed to do a coffee run thing, but I've been sick and I haven't had time. But I'll do it this weekend, promise. Or sometime. It'll get done, Ryan. It'll get done. So yeah, that's Question Thursday.